Anna pretended not to recognize the man in front of her, but he wrapped his arm around her waist and slowly leaned in closer. Just as he was about to kiss her, he suddenly pulled away. This man was Jack, a powerful figure in the city with influence. Soon after, Anna's boyfriend, David, brought her to Jack, begging him to procure a special medicine for her sick sister. She offered to pay for the medicine, and Jack replied that it would cost $100,000. This price brought back memories of a night 1 year ago. At that time, desperate to raise money for her sister's medical expenses, Anna had resorted to selling herself for $100,000 on the streets. She had stopped Jack's car, begged him to buy her, and got into his car. A year later, their paths crossed again, and Jack remained cold and indifferent, refusing to help her. In a bid to save her sister, Anna once again got into Jack's car. He took her to his home and ordered her to change into a revealing nightgown. When he tried to undress her, she backed away. Jack told her that if she wanted the medicine, she would have to pay the price. However, she could not betray David, who had been so kind to her. The next day, she took her sister to a restaurant, where they unexpectedly ran into Jack. During the meal, her sister suddenly collapsed, foaming at the mouth. Anna begged Jack for some medicine, but he coldly refused and walked away. The doctor informed her that her sister was experiencing seizures caused by a heart condition, and without the special medicine, her life would remain in grave danger. Anna went to visit Jack again, showing him secretly taken photos of him flirting with another woman. She told him she was a journalist and could turn this into a sensational headline, potentially damaging his reputation. She offered to exchange the photos for a few boxes of medicine, but Jack was unfazed by her threats. At that moment, David came to visit Jack. Not wanting David to see her, Anna hid in the bathroom. But Jack followed her in, cornering her and forcing her to kneel in front of him while drenching her with the shower head. She didn't dare make a sound, as David was just outside the bathroom. Jack bit Anna's ear, and David, noticing shadows on the shower curtain, was about to step in, but Jack stopped him. Jack told David that the special medicine wasn't officially released yet, and that its safety was uncertain. If Anna's sister died from taking it, David would have to take responsibility. Hearing this, David hesitated and decided to back off, not wanting to be blamed by Anna later. Anna was disappointed in him, unable to believe he would give up so easily. Soaked to the skin, she crouched in the courtyard, shivering. Jack finally instructed his assistant to give her a box of the medicine. Anna took it back to her sister, who showed significant improvement after taking the medication and finally got a good night's sleep. However, the box only contained enough for 10 days, and Anna knew she would need more soon. The next day, David took Anna to visit Jack again. Jack deliberately teased Anna, remarking how soft and fragrant the woman he had slept with a year ago was, how much he had enjoyed her. Anna didn't dare lift her head, but David covered her ears, telling her that women who sell themselves are filthy and lowly, unlike respectable journalists like her. She felt a mix of emotions. Wasn't he indirectly insulting her? Later, while Anna was in the bathroom, Jack called her. Afterward, Jack agreed to give David the medicine, but David declined, saying he couldn't bear the responsibility if her sister died because of it. He added that he didn't want to marry Anna only to be burdened by her sick sister in the future. Hearing this conversation through the phone, she was heartbroken and decided to break up with David. Soon after, a debt collector came to Anna's home because her father had racked up massive gambling debts. He splashed water all over her sister, triggering her heart condition and causing her to collapse. Anna rushed her to the hospital, only to be told by the doctor that her sister was beyond saving. She called David, pleading with him to save her sister, but he coldly hung up. Desperate, Anna went to Jack's house. He immediately sent his assistant with medicine to the hospital but demanded that she stay at his home. He carried her to the bed, removed his robe, and kissed her passionately. He even deliberately called his assistant, and Anna could hear her sister's voice on the other end of the line. Panicking, she tried to grab the phone from him, accidentally bumping into his chin. He hung up the call and resumed kissing her. Anna knew her sister's life was in this man's hands, leaving her no choice but to submit to him. When she woke up, she asked him what smoking felt like and said she wanted to try it. Jack took a puff of his cigarette and then kissed her, letting the smoke fill her mouth. She choked on the taste. Afterward, Jack handed her a box of medicine and told her that every time she came to sleep with him, she could have another box. A week later, Anna went to the hotel to meet Jack, but David barged in as well. It turned out that David had hired a private investigator to secretly follow her and had seen her meeting with another man. Furious, he wanted to see who her lover was. Anna calmly told him that she had slept with Jack because Jack could provide her with the medicine she needed. David was shocked, calling her shameless, and told her that Jack was in love with another woman. Jack, hearing his words, grew displeased and deliberately made a loud noise while lighting a cigarette. Intimidated by Jack, David hurriedly left. Angry, Jack refused to give Anna the medicine and left as well. Anna chased after his car, begging him. When she was allowed into the car, she slowly began unbuttoning her shirt. Jack stopped her and ordered his assistant to get out of the car. He then pushed her down in the back seat and kissed her passionately. His assistant, watching the rocking car from outside, felt embarrassed. Anna's superior assigned her to investigate the Smith family. A year ago, Mr. and Mrs. Smith had jumped to their deaths, and their daughter, Mary, disappeared the same day. Anna went to the hospital, intending to secretly photograph Mary, only to find Jack holding Mary's hand. She recalled David's words, saying that Jack was in love with someone, and she began to suspect that Mary was the woman Jack loved. Seeing the usually distant Jack treating Mary with such tenderness, Anna realized that she truly was nothing more than his plaything. That evening, Anna disguised herself as a hostess to investigate an accident, but unexpectedly ran into Jack, who was drinking with the perpetrator, Luis. Jack helped her steer the conversation, leading Luis to admit that he had forcibly demolished a village and, in the resulting conflict, caused the accidental deaths of 3 villagers. Anna secretly recorded his confession. Back at his home, Anna declared that she had to release the recording to the public, but was also scared that Luis might harm her. Hoping that the powerful Jack would protect her, she took the initiative to remove her robe, revealing her sexy lingerie. Jack pushed her onto the bed and held her waist. Just as they were kissing passionately, he received a phone call and left in a hurry. The next day, Anna went to Jack's house to ask for medicine but encountered Mary, who had just regained consciousness. Upon seeing the pretty Anna, Mary felt very jealous. Jack's assistant handed Anna a box of medicine and ordered her to leave immediately. A few days later, Mary brought some secretly taken photos of herself and accused Anna of taking and reporting on her disgraceful situation. Anna denied it, explaining that she had promised Jack she wouldn't report anything about Mary. However, Mary refused to listen and was determined to slander her. To protect Anna, her male colleague claimed that he had taken the photos alone. Jack's bodyguards immediately beat him to the ground. Noticing the expensive dress Anna was wearing, Mary thought that Anna couldn't afford it and it must have been a gift from Jack. She ordered Anna to come closer, then tore off her dress and slapped her hard. The slap left Anna's ears ringing, but Jack showed no concern for her and instead comforted the distraught Mary. Afterward, Anna took her injured colleague to the hospital. Unbeknownst to Anna, Jack's assistant secretly placed a bug on her colleague and overheard their conversation, discovering that neither Anna nor her colleague had taken the photos. The colleague jokingly remarked that Jack let them go because he had developed feelings for Anna through their nights together. Anna scolded him for talking nonsense and even added that sleeping with Jack was an awful experience because he was sexually incompetent. Hearing this, Jack was stunned and ordered his panicked assistant to delete the recording. Anna published her report on Luis' forced demolition of the village and the deaths of 3 villagers, which led Luis to track her down and send someone to follow her. The man threatened Anna with a knife, ordering her to come with him, but Jack suddenly appeared, scaring the assailant away. Anna followed Jack into the dining room, only to find Mary there as well. Mary claimed that she had sent Jack out to protect Anna and that he initially hadn't wanted to meddle in her business. Hearing this, Anna felt disappointed. He hadn't acted out of concern for her. Mary then ridiculed Anna further and insisted on sending her home. When they arrived at Anna's apartment, Mary suggested that Jack accompany her upstairs. Annoyed by Mary's behavior, Jack opened the car door for Anna, grabbed her hand and walked off, leaving Mary fuming with jealousy. Though Anna didn't want to take Jack into her apartment, he knocked on the door. Anna's sister answered, mistaking Jack for Anna's boyfriend, and called him brother-in-law. After entering Anna's bedroom, Jack suddenly grabbed her waist and pushed her onto the bed. Just as he was about to kiss her, he received a call from Mary, who told him she wanted to go home. Before leaving, Anna's sister gave Jack a bag of eggs. Anna was surprised that he accepted the gift, unaware that Mary would later throw the eggs out of the car window. When Mary found out that Jack wanted to protect Anna from Louis' retaliation, she became furious and ordered him not to help Anna. Jack was initially unwilling, but Mary began hitting her legs in frustration, forcing him to submit. Later, when Anna went downstairs to take out the trash, she saw the broken eggs on the ground. She felt deeply disappointed in Jack. On her way home from work, Anna was kidnapped by her taxi driver. As soon as Louis saw her, he angrily grabbed her by the hair. His friend laced the drink with hallucinogens, and Anna tried to escape, but Louis forced her to drink it. He prepared to take her away. Just then, they ran into Jack. Anna rushed to him and clung to his legs, begging for help, while Louis tried to forcibly take her away. Jack remembered Mary's warning not to help Anna, so he coldly told her to let go. Desperate, Anna released her grip, allowing Louis to drag her away. However, she wasn't giving up, and she vowed to continue exposing Louis's crimes. This angered Louis even more, and he dislocated her pinky finger. Hearing her scream in pain, Jack felt some sympathy, but he still forced himself to leave. Later, Louis stripped off his clothes, intending to assault Anna, but Jack suddenly appeared and stopped him. Because of the hallucinogens, Anna hallucinated and mistook Jack for her long-lost father, clinging to him tightly. He took her away, and though Louis tried to chase them, Jack's assistant pushed him aside. Jack called in his doctor friend, but Anna resisted treatment. She was still under the influence of the hallucinogens, so Jack gently patted her head and squeezed her cheek, coaxing her to cooperate. As the doctor repositioned her finger, Jack blocked her view. After the doctor left, Anna hugged Jack, beginning to question whether she should continue investigating and reporting on Louis's wrongdoings. Jack, however, thought she was brave and encouraged her to keep reporting, gently patting her head. When Mary found out Jack wasn't coming home that night, she panicked and called him, but he didn't answer. The next morning, Anna woke up to find herself lying next to Jack. When Jack woke up, he pinned her to the bed, but her attitude toward him was hostile, calling him a traitor. She tried to leave, but he embraced her from behind, telling her he would have Louis put in prison that day. Anna turned to ask him why, but accidentally kissed him. He almost kissed her back, but she pulled away. Jack's assistant informed Anna that Louis had been arrested, so she was safe. She thanked Jack. However, when Jack got home, Mary confronted him angrily, questioning him about why he had broken his promise and helped Anna. She refused to listen to his explanation and threw a cup on the floor. Later, Mary decided to expose the ambiguous relationship between Jack and Anna. The next day, Anna's ex-boyfriend David came to see her, forcibly dragging her to a private room in a restaurant. Under his provocation, Anna admitted that she had slept with Jack several times and that their relationship had started over a year ago. David opened the door to the adjoining room, and Anna saw Mary and Jack sitting there. They had heard everything she had just said. Mary was so angry that her hands trembled as she asked Jack if he had really slept with Anna. Jack didn't deny it, but claimed that their physical encounters were just for physiological needs. Mary noticed that Anna was wearing the same high heels as hers and angrily smashed a cup. She thought Anna was trying to imitate her and steal everything from her, including her man. Jack ordered Anna to take off her high heels and told her to leave. She was heartbroken. As she walked away, she accidentally stepped on broken glass, cutting her foot, but she didn't notice. At home, Mary wanted to take sleeping pills, but Jack stopped her. She was disappointed in him and told him that she didn't want to see him for now. Jack then went to Anna's house and pulled her into the bedroom. He roughly pushed her onto the bed, pulled down her sleeve, and kissed her shoulder. But Anna deliberately mentioned Mary, causing him to stop. She told him that if he gave her enough drugs in one go, she would promise to never appear in front of Mary again, thinking that would make Mary happy. Jack hugged her waist and told her that he couldn't bear to let go of her body. Just then, Anna's sister came home and was about to open the bedroom door, but Anna stopped her. She begged Jack to be quiet, and he warned her not to hurt Mary again. When Jack returned home, Mary demanded that he stop giving Anna the special drugs. She cried and begged him, so he reluctantly agreed. The next day, Anna called Jack asking for the drugs, but he refused. Anna then went to visit Mary to apologize and hoped she would give her the drugs. Mary deliberately showed off her affection with Jack right in front of Anna. Later, Mary agreed to give her 1 day's worth of drugs each day, but the condition was that Anna had to work as a hostess at a bar. In order to get more drugs for her sister, Anna agreed. She went to the bar and put on a sexy dress. The sleazy customers groped her, and she could only comply, drinking with them. The madam brought her to Jack and introduced her to him. Jack, both jealous and angry, pulled her to sit next to him. But since Mary had warned Anna not to tell him the truth, Anna remained silent. The person sent by Mary came to ask Anna for money every day, but one day Anna didn't receive any tips from customers. The man who came to ask for money angrily kicked her to the ground, threw the medicine at her, and stepped on her hand as she reached for it. Just then, Lily, a fellow hostess at the bar, passed by and stopped the man from continuing his violent behavior. In the following days, Anna was beaten every day, leaving her bruised and swollen, but she still insisted on going to the bar to work. One customer tried to hug her, but Jack stopped him. He noticed the bruises on her face and asked her who had hit her. Lily told Jack that it was a man who had beaten her and that the man claimed to be Anna's boyfriend. Later, Jack also discovered bruises on her waist. He took off his suit jacket and draped it over her, holding her tightly. As he was about to take her home, they ran into the person sent by Mary. Jack asked the man who he was, but he lied and claimed to be Anna's boyfriend. Jack grabbed her chin, accusing her of degrading herself and falling into depravity. But she had no words to refute him. A few days later, Lily told Jack that Anna had been beaten again. Jack ordered his assistant to check the security footage from the bar, and when he saw Anna lying on the ground being beaten by the man, his hands trembled with anger. He immediately asked his assistant to investigate the man. The assistant found the special drug in the man's pocket, and Jack quickly realized why Anna had been willing to continue working as a hostess. The man confessed that he had been sent by Mary, and Jack was furious, ordering his assistant to beat the man up. Jack couldn't help but feel guilty as he recalled the scene of Anna being beaten and his harsh words accusing her of degrading herself. He went home, wanting to confront Mary about why she was treating Anna so terribly, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. A year ago, Mary had been in a car accident while trying to save him, resulting in her disability. She had once been an exceptional ballerina, and the accident had destroyed her. Jack couldn't abandon her after all she had done for him. Jack went to the bar, where Lily told him Anna was with Mr. Bruce. Jack stormed into the private room, removed the hairpin from Anna's head, letting her hair fall loose. He embraced her and told Bruce that she was his woman and that he wouldn't allow any other man to touch her. Bruce still tried to touch her, but Jack blocked his hand. He dragged Anna into another room and tried to take off her cheongsam, but she didn't understand why he was so angry. He explained that Bruce was a pervert whose deceased mother had left him a collection of cheongsams, and he had been searching for a woman suitable to wear them. Today, he had found the perfect woman, Anna. She finally realized that Jack had saved her once again. He couldn't resist kissing her passionately and then ordered her never to wear such clothes again. He told her that the man would no longer come to beat her or ask for money. Anna realized that Jack knew about Mary's mistreatment of her, but he had chosen to tolerate Mary's actions, which disappointed her. Jack told her that the special drug would be released in 2 months. Just as he was about to leave, Anna suddenly collapsed on the couch. He rushed her to the hospital, where his doctor friend checked her and found that she was severely weakened from lack of sleep. Jack held Anna in his arms and fed her medicine. Just then, Mary called, and Anna dared not make a sound. She quietly swallowed the medicine Jack gave her, accidentally licking his palm with her tongue. Jack couldn't hold back anymore. He hung up the phone and kissed her passionately. After giving her the medicine, he put a grape in her mouth, kissed her again, and then ate a bite of the grape in her mouth. Mary's legs were slowly recovering. She had originally planned to wait until she fully healed before telling Jack the good news. But now she realized that Jack seemed to have fallen in love with another woman, and she was afraid of losing him. Mary's maid informed her that Bruce was very interested in Anna. Mary knew Bruce was a pervert, but decided to help him. The maid called Jack, telling him that Mary had fallen while practicing walking, so he rushed home. Mary begged him to stay at home and keep her company, not going out to drink and socialize, as this would give her the opportunity to harm Anna. That night, Bruce came to the bar to find Anna. He demanded she change into a cheongsam, and while she was changing, she asked the madam to help her contact Jack. However, the madam was too scared to act. Lily arrived at Jack's house but was pushed to the ground by the bodyguards. By chance, Jack's assistant passed by and took her inside. Lily told Jack that Anna had been taken to the top floor by Bruce, and if he didn't save her, she might not survive. Jack immediately ran out of the house, but Mary cried and tried to stop him, unable to hold him back. Because Anna refused to wear the cheongsam, Bruce threw her into a large fish tank, nearly drowning her. He wanted her to give in, but she refused to show weakness. Bruce ordered his bodyguards to keep adding water to the tank. Watching her struggle, he laughed with pleasure. Just then, Jack burst in, punched Bruce hard, and pulled Anna out of the tank. Bruce admitted that it was Mary who had hinted at him to assault Anna. Jack punched him again, then picked Anna up and left. Jack's friend advised him to face his own feelings, as it was clear to him that Jack's feelings for Anna were more than just compassion. He urged Jack to tell Mary the truth before he hurt both women. Jack returned home and confronted Mary, asking why she was so malicious. He promised to help her recover her legs and take her to see a therapist, but he also made it clear that there would be no future for them. Mary suddenly stood up from her wheelchair, revealing that she had already recovered, and begged him not to leave her. But Jack told her that he had never loved her. A year ago, she had become his fiancée because of family interests, and now he was taking care of her only to repay her for saving his life. When Anna woke up and saw Jack, she was about to leave, but he gently held her head and promised to bring Mary to apologize to her and provide her with the medicine she needed. However, Anna was still distant. She remembered the moments they had shared over the past year and realized that she had fallen in love with him, but she reminded herself that she needed to end their complicated relationship as soon as possible. A month later, Jack was upset because Anna hadn't contacted him during this time. He called her twice, but both times she hung up. More frustrated, he decided to go directly to her house to ask her what was going on. After work, Anna had just arrived home when Jack covered her mouth from behind. She thought it was a robber and was about to beg for mercy when she realized it was Jack. He moved closer and asked how long she was planning to avoid him. He cupped her face and confessed his love for her. Then he kissed her passionately. Anna wanted to hold his waist, but reason told her not to. Just as Anna was about to enter the house, her younger sister appeared and called Jack brother-in-law. Her sister enthusiastically pulled Jack inside and handed him a glass of water. Jack, smiling, pulled Anna into his embrace, knowing she couldn't escape now, and her sister couldn't help but laugh at the scene.